Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be. It's morning here, out on my walk. Want to jump on and say hi. Thank you to the subscribers. It's a beautiful day here. This is a little bit further out on the boardwalk. Such a beautiful day. Nice warm sun. Sound of the waves, the birds, the winds. We got some boats out there. They're finally finishing the walkway out to the water, the dock. It got blown away by the hurricane. So they finally, looks like they put the roof on at the end there. I don't know if you can see it, but yep. So they finally got that, but it's still blocked off. I can't go out there yet. Got little tiny beaches along the coast here. So beautiful. Mangroves. Like if you sit by the water and meditate, it just takes you right into a deep meditation. This is part of my fun. You know, a lot of people may not think this is fun, but for me, this is fun. Just connecting and just getting into that moment of presence, meditation, letting go of everything. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, everybody. Just want to jump on and say good morning. We have a great conversation coming up this evening. Tia Renee. For some reason, I want to keep calling her Tina, but her name is Tia Renee. Just want to clarify that. I don't know. I think she just reminds me of a Tina for some reason. I don't know. Maybe in a past life, different life. I don't know, but it's just interesting. But yeah, we have a great conversation coming up this evening. And then on Wednesday, we have another one that's coming up. We talk about near-death experiences, kundalini, out of body, a lot of different topics. So if you like those topics, check those out. We have a lot that's on the channel already, the podcast. It's Life, Death, and Beyond. And I just like to do Saturday mornings when I can, just to say thank you to all the subscribers and followers. Those who support the channel by watching, sharing the information, because there's a lot of great topics on there, and it may help somebody. Things that people don't necessarily or always want to talk about. Gives clarity on certain situations because you really don't know until you've had the experience. And when people share that experience, it can be life-changing or helpful. There's a lot of things on there across the board. We're getting people lined up who are also into channeling. There's some channelers on there, psychics, if you are into that. grief, you know, if you've lost somebody that's dear to your heart. There's some stories. So we have a lot of different topics on the channel. I talk about my kundalini and my awakenings, my spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. I also talk about out of body, kundalini, near death experience. Had a lot of different experiences, talking to spirit, seeing orbs, healing, alternative healing. So we talk a lot about different topics on the channel. So beautiful. I love the ocean. It just feels so good. Even if I'm not standing in the ocean, like just tuning into it just feels awesome. Because if you're an empath or open intuitively, you can just feel it. You don't actually have to be in the water. It's starting to get warm again, the water, so I'll be going back in. Because I like more of the warm water instead of the cold water. So once it starts warming up, then I go swimming. Usually I go over more to where it's more beachy. We have a lot of beautiful beaches here in Florida. Where are you guys at? We're in Florida here, mid coast on the west side. They just got done putting the roof on the boardwalk over here. The hurricane took it off. And they're just getting done rebuilding this. It's still not open, so I can't go over there or I film from over there. But it's beautiful. I talk about one of the dolphin stories, which was pretty cool. This is where I was standing when that happened. So I was meditating and I was in a place where I was very close to out of body. And a mother dolphin came and then a baby dolphin came along with it. And I projected my consciousness to connect with the dolphins because I wanted to see if I could tune into them and their energy, their frequency, because they talk about dolphins with different frequency and you can sense it and you know, communicate and stuff like that. So I wanted to check it out and try it since I've had out of body experiences, near death experiences, and a lot of stuff like that. So I did it, and then it was like the baby dolphin connected with me, and it was like the baby dolphin was showing me what it was like to be a dolphin and swim, and it was swimming really fast. And it was like I was almost on the back of the dolphin. It was really interesting. And then the mother, I guess the baby got way further away than the mother dolphin wanted, and that's when I broke off, and the baby dolphin, came back around to the mother. But it was a fun out of body consciousness experience. But I do talk about a lot of stuff like that on the channel, a lot of my experiences, things that I've played around with out of body. So definitely check it out. We do have, and then I channel a lot of information. I do automatic writing, so I channel information and I share that on the channel. But I have guests that come on and talk about their experiences as well. There's one coming up tonight. It's Tia. I think I got it right this time. Tia Renee. Great conversation. She has her own podcast. She's a host on her own channel, but she's been going through a lot of amazing experiences. So definitely check that out. That's at 7 o'clock tonight on Life, Death, and Beyond. If you want to book any sessions, you can do that. And that's going to be at lauramolecavage.com. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Hi, Susan. Where are you at, Susan? We're here in Florida, enjoying the morning, getting the sun, vitamin D. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in, watching the channel, and supporting. We definitely appreciate it. And a shout out to all the people who come on to share their experiences and stories. It's not always easy to share personal experiences, but we do it because it helps others. Because, like, when I went through the Kundalini, the dark night of the soul, it was like I lived under a rock. I didn't know what was going on. And it wasn't until like years later that I actually found out about what was happening. And now it makes more sense to me. So, a lot of people go through these things and they think they're going crazy. And so they go get help from medical field and they have no idea what that is, what's going on, or that even exists because they're so engulfed and trained into physical medicine, right? And so they don't even take in consideration the kundalini, out of body, other kind of topics, things like that, when actually they should. They should be trained on that stuff because I think a lot of people will find out they're not really crazy and they don't need medicated. And, that's part of who they are. Like right now, they're just finding out about people, you know, I was never acknowledged for having being neurodivergent, but now that I've looked at it, I have those symptoms, and it explains a lot of why, I was going through what I was going through, like I just knew things, I was open intuitively. I saw spirits, and it was like I have telepathy, now it makes sense, understanding who you are makes a big difference in your life. So we definitely talk about things like that on the channel. There's one that he's a mystic. His name is, it's on the channel. And then he's autistic. He's an autistic mystic. And so the teacher is Jess. So check that out. Go to the search and put in Jess and it'll come up. His name is Asher. I almost forgot to say that. His name it's called Jess and Asher. So if you go on there and search that, you can listen to that podcast. It's about understanding, having those abilities. We make it and we diagnose it as wrong or bad or something that's different when actually it's not, And a lot of us have innate abilities, but we kind of push them off and we don't want to talk about it and people think it's bad because a lot of the belief systems out there. But yeah, definitely check it out. And again, hope you guys have a great day. For those who are popping in and popping out, hi. I don't know how to pronounce your name there. Hope everybody's having a great day. Or Gemzi. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but hi, Susan. Hope you're all doing well. Just chatting away. Enjoying the morning. Saying hi. Thank you for subscribing, watching the channel, supporting the channel. Such a beautiful day. My name is Life, Death, and Beyond because that's the name of the channel. That's the name of the podcast. We do a lot of conversations about near-death experience, about out of body, about consciousness, awakening, dark night of the soul, a lot of spiritual topics, healing, grief. We talk about the loss of loved ones, hypnosis. We talk about a lot of different topics. You know, a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, you know. So, yeah, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get going and hope you guys have a great rest of your day and see you next Saturday.